Woo, I can't wait. The silver case is getting good. I'm pretty sure Kamui is going to make a return in this chapter, which is called... I can't remember. But it's going to be a good one. The silver. Let's go. Oh, we can watch the opening again. I like it. Even if it is too quiet. There are scenes I begin to recognize. I guess it's about now that I should think about what will happen after the game is done. Because, like, there's 25th Ward, which is a direct sequel. And there's Sunflower and Moon. Flower, Sun and Moon. Flower, Sun and Moon? Flower, Sun and Rain. Flower, Sun and Rain. There's Flower, Sun and Rain, which is like the same universe and came out 2 years after this one. But then there's also Moonlight Syndrome, which apparently the guys from the prologue that were only in the prologue were like proper characters in Moonlight Syndrome. Some of the art is weirdly low quality and it's like weirdly blown up to be off scale with the rest of it, but yeah. I think it's just a feast for the eyes in terms of graphic design. The whole game, really. It's a very good looking game. Let us begin. %. I guess we're really not done with the game yet. Life cut. Let's go. Let's get our life cut. Oh, Tokyo! How are you doing? We've got numbers spiraling. It's black and white. Oh, it's good to see you in the main campaign again, bud. It was late in the year of 1999, and the impact of the Method tank was already a thing of the past. Fierce winds from a hurricane rocked the shores of the islands. Kamui Ohara suddenly vanished from the hospital where he was in custody, announcing his unexpected recovery. Oh my god, why does that go away? Let me fix this. There we go. There we go. In the A1 district, at the center of the 24 wards, after a month-long silence, Kamui murders 7 important government officials. Even now, he remains at large. Tadafumi Kudamochi, the Ministry of Education Supreme Advisor, Minori Sakurai, temporary League of Nations commander. Daizaburo Taki, former International Environment Agency Vice Minister. Collection Lab Curator Kanji Ishino, Youth Education Center. Chief Physician Tokuzen Umihara, St. Beckham University Hospital Psychiatry Department. Victoria Therapy Representative Shogo Yoshimura, and Republican Party Development Authority Chief Yoshitsune Onuki. All officials who have made great contributions to the country. And yet, Kamui isn't showing any signs of slowing down. How is he back? He's the angel of total death. What was the thing he called himself? Kamui runs around committing several murders. He gets off on the reaction to these bizarre crimes, disrupting the stability of the network. It's like some old school killer's been revived. Seems like punishment for the Method Tank Rebellion. Right. The whole point about Method Tank was that they were just completely insignificant. Like, they gussied themselves up, they did the website, they made themselves, they styled themselves as gods and did the whole clock thing, and people were worried. But their impact was not world-changing. They said it would be, but it never was. It was an embarrassment. Kamui is the real thing, and he's scary. That's all this crazy son of a bitch is. Yellow. News? The ethereal uneasiness and irritation that deeply and silently permeate our daily lives. To alleviate the sense of helplessness and dread, would the people go so far as to seek salvation in the wicked? This month, a string of serial murders have plagued the country's top-level officials. These heinous crimes are thought to be the work of an unprecedented criminal psychopath, Kamui Uehara. Myriad rumors and speculation abound regarding the suspect, thought to be hiding out somewhere in the 24 wards this very moment. According to some reports, many young people apparently consider Kamui to be some sort of savior. This fanatical support began on the internet and has continued to spread through the real world. Groups of believers fashioning themselves as revolutionaries have reportedly appeared as well. We took to the streets to see what people have to say. So, what do you think about Kamui? He's just so cool. Like, he does what he wants. It's really sort of a woman unliking serial killers trope. People actually went crazy for, oh, which serial killer was it now? I mean, murder obviously isn't okay, but working to achieve his goal. You know he's killed like 20 people. Why is his hair like that? The 7 victims include the Supreme Advisor to the Ministry of Education, the temporary President of the League of Nations, and more. The killings are considered to be acts of political terrorism. What sort of objective could Kamui have? Flowers are already accumulating at the sites of these gruesome murders, and the sense of grief is palpable. How do related parties view these crimes? We spoke with a top official who was close to many of the victims. Stupid voice. Were the crimes perpetrated by this unprecedented serial killer really the work of a single man? What kind of person is the alleged suspect, Kamui Uehara? The mystery only deepens. In searching for some sort of answers, we have obtained valuable information from a man who has met Kamui. I think I was recognizing some of the katakana that Uehara's. I mean, I'm guessing that's his surname. I'm always really confused about when Japanese names are translated into English, whether they retain surname before given name or if they're reversed for English's sake. I'm guessing Uehara's family name is Uehara, so he would be Uehara Kamui. Yeah, Uehara. Uehara. Kamui Point. Under what sort of conditions was Kamui born and raised? Here in this place, closed off by snow and almost completely devoid of people. As if to mock them, Kamui Uehara snuffed out the lives of important government officials one by one. Now, propagating his invisible power to the people, he continues to grow as a social phenomenon. Just what exactly is Kamui Uehara? A full-fledged terrorist? Just a run-of-the-mill criminal? Or the personification of the end of the millennium? At this point, the truth is a complete mystery. He's literally killing the past! Oh my god! And there was the fog. Okay, newsreel done. Black and white backgrounds again. Harakiri Batting Center. Life cut with a capital C. I didn't like the voice I did for this guy. Like, what do I even do for him? I don't think Kosaka will ever turn up in the story again, so I'll just borrow Kosaka's accent for him. He's part of my available accent repertoire. These guys are known as the Trump. This unmarked group of killers who seem to be under Kamui's care is known as a secret society on the west side, but also as secret agents on the east. But I'm wondering, maybe they're connected to this country's government. Government? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Just like Kamui. Another joke. Tetsu, you know me, right? The mystery surrounding Kamui, the rage that followed his appearance. Yeah, that's ridiculous. He's not some mystical fucking beast. Just a criminal. Alright then. How else do you explain shady organizations that get desperate like Kamui? Yours idiots like you would turn those shitbags into some kind of fantastic monster. It's always the crazy-ass romanticists that get the general public worked up. Can we get the sermon later? Anyway, the Trump affects your people as well. There are troublemakers all over the place, including your group, right? Yeah, well, I'm not interested in coworker-related bullshit. I really need to clean my throat. The TRO and CCO are called the Tech Faction and Civic Faction, respectively. The tech side works on development geared towards technology, while the civic side works to maintain the city's purity. They're each opposing organizations. They would never let this spill to the surface. And? Should I give a shit? Figure the rest out for yourself. This is all I can say. So you just wanted to say that and keep the rest to yourself? I value my life, so that's all I'll say. Well, at least keep your ass out of trouble. Thanks for the goddamn fairy tale. You're welcome. You said too much. Really? It's just gossip. An exchange of information, you might say. Is that all you got to say? Are you gonna kill me? In that case, just a little more. I can't wait. Dying as a chatterbox isn't very cool, right? Yeah, so you should die with determination then. Very well. Oh well. I won't have to do his voice ever again. November 30th. Right, winter is when Kamui perks up and starts killing people. The numbers are dancing. They know it's a bot. Alright, I've got a few announcements. In Sumio Kodai has been dismissed. Actually, because of this, Unit 2 is finished. Kusabi, you will be moved to Unit 1. Basically, head over to the main force of the HC unit. Got it? It's an order, right? Yes, it is. Additionally, Chief Director Kotobuki has been promoted to Deputy Commissioner, making me, Nakadegawa, your next Chief Director. Let's keep up the good work. A notice from Central, they've started an intense crime eradication campaign. Obviously, this includes dealing with Kamui. Central has doubts about the HC unit system, so in order to help out our investigators, they felt it necessary to call in a couple of experts. Let me introduce our newcomers, Mikushiba and Natsume. Oh, new people, oh no. I'm Kenta Mikushiba. I'm a transfer from Central's External Affairs Department. Looking forward to working with you all. And I'm Sakura Natsume, formerly of the Special Forces Office. Looking forward to working with you. Natsume's father is the same Natsume from the Special Forces unit. I think you know him pretty well, Link. He's helped me out a lot. So, Mikushiba, you'll work with Kusabi. Natsume, you work with Link. Are we clear? Clear? And lastly, all HCU agents are to head to the International Environment Building. We've received word that Kamui has infiltrated the premises, leading to the roof of the building. Don't worry about capturing him. Just make sure he doesn't hurt anyone else. That is what our division does. Dismissed. Same day. Roof. Sorry, Tetsu. It's fine. I'm a positive guy. I'm forward-thinking, or whatever it's called. It's going to get colder. It's not like you, old man. What's wrong? Tetsu. Yeah? Look after Natsume's daughter for me. It'll be tough for Leek, but... You mean Sakura? I guess Natsume is... He hasn't regained consciousness yet. Oh, so he's still alive. Natsume's daughter doesn't know. The department is working in strict secrecy. Why did the department... Those who have encountered Kamui and live to tell the tale are quite rare. I don't fucking get it. Leak's the same, right? That Morishima reporter. Morishima? The news reporter. Tetsu, don't dig too deep. There's no going back on this. They're going after Morikawa too. Ain't you loud? Ever since that report was leaked, the factions have been coming up to the surface. We're going to be crushed. Oh man, don't talk like such a pussy. It's one of those things that can't be helped. Old man. What a joke. I've got my hands tied and I can't make a move. What did you just say? I said it can't be helped. I'm sorry. It's all FSO. I'm leaving things in your hands now. Can't be helped. Old man. I'll take care of things from here. You just rest easy. But how far involved do we have to get in this? IEDU building. This is where Camo is. We haven't really interacted with him for a while. IEDU building. Dealing with Kamui. One makes a deal with death. To chase a target down like this, I wonder what my father was thinking at times like these. Well, there we go. This is Commander Morichika Nakatagawa of Kamui Elimination Investigation HQ. I have an announcement for all agents participating in this mission. Our goal is the disposal of the target Kamui Uehara. If you find Kamui, lead him to the roof of the International Environment Building. The elimination team will be waiting at an adjacent building. Sharpshooters will be responsible for disposal. Engagement by any other agent is strictly prohibited. Personnel are not to set foot on this roof. Shake the beehive and you'll get stung. I repeat, the plan is to dispose of Kamui Uehara. We're getting rid of him. This plan will cover all bases. Starting from the basement, we are to use every available route to make our way to the roof. The phrase "don't let a single rat escape" is to be taken literally. We are to corner Kamui. Once Kamui shows himself on the roof, that will be the end of our work, folks. The elimination will be carried out by the sharpshooters I mentioned beforehand. Everyone, please proceed with caution. Personnel who do not abide by these orders will be severely punished. I'm just hoping there won't be any screw-ups. So we're flushing him out. Let me save just in case I do make a screw-up. Do you read me, League? Head to the next floor using that elevator. All of the building's controls are linked to the Strategic Command Center. You just have to get in the elevator. We'll be controlling where it goes. If you're ready, then quickly get into the elevator. Come on, League. Let's get a move on. Okay. It goes automatically. The 6th floor. It feels almost endgamey. Just walking up to Kamui and saying hi to him. And that's how it is. I can't get in touch with Kusabi. We can pinpoint his location, but he's not responding by radio. He should be somewhere on that floor. Go check it out. None of these doors are go-inable, are they? Oh, there's a sunspot. Big dick. I'm gonna disappear for a bit. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. And well, I just can't trust anyone anymore. Watch your back, son. You're Natsume's daughter, huh? I'm Sakura. I looked up to my father. And to you. That's why I chose this job. Don't get flustered. And trust this. Be suspicious of the truth. The truth and facts are different. That's what I'm after. Big Dick, teach this young lady well. Make her the best. Enough. Get back to the elevator. This is Nakatagawa. The main force has pushed Kamui up to the 22nd floor. You patrol the 19th floor. Okay.
Holy shit, Gordon! My life almost got cut in half. Twice.
There is something strange going on with Morikawa's signal. He should be on that floor somewhere. Hurry up and check it out. What are you slacking off for? Kamui's going to get away. Oh yeah. Do you know Tetsu? I just met him. I see. Tetsu killed the boss. Condolences. Boss told me to put Tetsu to sleep. Permanently. That was my promise to the boss. Leek. Kamui is... No, never mind. Don't worry about it. See you around. The whole thing's fallen apart. The boss is dead. He said it couldn't be helped, so he got killed. And now Morikawa says he's gonna go and kill Tetsu. What a shame. Is this meant to be Chizuru? You haven't seen Tetsu, have you? Yeah. Morikawa had Tetsu. He had to be stopped. They said Kusabi killed Deputy Commissioner Kotobuki. How do you... Just now, Morikawa. Morikawa. Thanks. Please, hold on a moment. What? Why are we going after Kamui like this? Isn't there another way for him to... We don't have time to debate crime and punishment. If you want, you can answer those questions in your own thesis or something. Right now, we just need to follow orders. I just don't understand. You can understand even without understanding. That is how it is out on these streets. Tell me, please. After Kamui dies, it'll be too late. Fine then, I'll tell you. Kamui doesn't mean the person in that body. Even if the body is destroyed, the crime virus that's been spread by Kamui lives in the information people possess. Yeah. There are many deaths. The death when you are last alive, the death when your name is last spoken, the death when you are last thought of. So even if Kamui is shot and killed, Kamui and the idea of him lives on within the brains of criminals and fires their criminal spirits like a furnace into killing. The media amplifies this, encourages it even. Kamui will exist within that society for as long as that virus remains. If we don't stop him, then this virus will never stop. So we need to fully brain reset everyone. Kamui did not exist. Stop thinking about him. There is no such thing as a cool criminal. He did not exist. You cannot crime. And that is why he must be executed. You can't analyze the mechanics behind crime because it lurks in the subconscious. Removing Kamui from the people's consciousness requires a truly awful execution. We're gonna need to do something bad to him. That's why Nakatagawa is leading him to the roof. And to make sure it's all captured live, there are teams of camera crews on standby. Understand? But why? The HC unit was created to deal with people. Do you even know what your father did? My father? What do you mean, what my father did? I shouldn't tease you so much. You'll understand soon enough. Don't you even try changing the subject. Stupid girls like you really are a pain. I bet you think you can do anything, don't you? Well, good luck. I'm sure it'll be no problem for you.
What the hell does that mean?
You understand what Kamui's about, right? Don't you believe him? Kamui is not one with whom you want to get too familiar. And whatever Nakatagawa is planning is extremely dangerous. The same goes for Kusabi and Morikawa. They're probably getting caught up in some crazy stuff. I just hope you're not one of these frontier types. Also, do something about this stupid girl. I won't forget this. Let that hate marinate. I'll be sure to dispose of you. Bye. Enough. Get back to the elevator. Leek, get on the elevator. Head to the 47th floor. We're short on people. Based on how things develop, I might have you meet up with the main force. Take care. It really feels like the whole team is falling apart right now. Also, very smart of them to have the exact same layout on every floor so they don't have to load between rooms. Natsume, have you seen Kusabi? What is it? Your leak, right? Have you seen Kusabi? I got a bad feeling about this. They say that guy killed the former chief director, and Nakatagawa told me to dispose of him. Good thing I got this story so quickly. Guess I'm just lucky, huh? Yeah. Hey, Leek. If you see Kusabi, let me know. You too, Natsume. I don't want Morikawa and Hachisuka getting ahead. I'm counting on you guys. Oh, did you know? Kamui didn't actually kill anyone. I don't really get what's going on here. Leek, there have been some developments. I need you back at the elevator ASAP. Kamui didn't murder anyone. What do you mean? Do you read me? This is Nakatagawa. The main force is cornering Kamui. Make use of that special forces unit experience. Get to the elevator immediately. Move to the 52nd floor. Let's corner this bozo. Listen carefully, Leek. There's a pinpoint on that floor, other than Kamui. Go check it out immediately. If necessary, dispose of them. Okay, hold on. I don't want to touch the wrong one. It's not like I can go that way anyway. Why are you here? It's been a while, Big Dick. Sorry, I mean Leek. Who are you? A newcomer, huh? A civilian, right? A civilian? Oh no, I'm just a journalist. This area is dangerous. You need to get out of here. There's a possibility you may be mistaken for the suspect. It's fine, I'm used to it. You could be killed. Really? I'm out then. Please make it quick. Oh, Leek, one last thing. I figured out the secrets, all of them. Read the email. Read the email. Later. I need you to go, now. Alright. Alright, folks. It's time to wrap this mission up. Get back to the elevator. Being driven around. Let's push him up to the roof. This is the finale, folks. The main force has cornered Kamui on the top floor. Reinforcements report immediately. Just leave the rooftop disposal to the sharpshooters. Move accordingly. Over and out. Something crazy is gonna happen. Kamui's gonna have that ghost in him. Roof. We've cornered the Kamui on the top floor. Leek, you're the closest. Lead him to the stairwell leading to the roof. You and Natsume split up. Got it. Be careful. There he is. This game has like 3 different kinds of cutscene. This one's 3D animated. There are like live action cutscenes, and then back in chapter 2, I believe it was chapter 2. No, Parade. Chapter 3, Parade. There was the whole like random 2D traditionally animated anime segments. That's the guy. Kill him. That's Kamui. November 30th. 1999, Kamui Uehara was shot to death on the roof of the International Environment Building. Kamui's remains, turned into Swiss cheese by the sharpshooters, were quickly dealt with by the crime scene cleanup crew. Following Kamui's death, there were obviously no big changes felt within society, and all those media crews that had followed Kamui so closely were stubbornly silent. As Kamui was executed, so too were the words of the people, and the few who saw hope in Kamui also lost a part of themselves. I, too, lost a part of myself. And so, Kusabi, Morikawa, and Chizuru from the 24 Wards HC unit were never seen again after Kamui's execution. And in the midst of this commotion, a single man kept at his work. It was Leek. It's fallen apart. The whole thing's fallen apart. There's nothing left. No more HC unit, no more Kamui. What am I here for? It's the day before Christmas. I keep on fiddling with the volume, I probably shouldn't. The email, you say? Tokyo. No subject, no date. I guess you realize that, up until now, we never really got along very well. And now, to be honest, I'm really not sure. But whatever the case, I've decided to trust you. To entrust you with the future, if you don't mind the cliché. But this is not an exaggeration. The future was once something that unexpectedly changed from one hand to another, like the roll of the dice. There's a man named Kinjo. There's a man called Kinjo. He's an expert in illegal investigations, and he heads his own illicit organization. And the HC unit has been working with him. Well, actually, the organization is technically legal. Anyway, he should be able to explain quite a few things to you. After that, you'll probably understand what it is that you need to do. Or at least, that's what I think. And the die will be cast again. Thanks. And, I guess, you're not so bad after all. There's a man called Kinjo. The hand behind the HC unit. Here. Back here. I mean, last time I went up to the top floor, and there was that girl in here. Huh. Is this Kinjo? You did well, Link. Do you remember me? No, I don't suspect that you do. Since, you know, we've never met before. Don't be so tense. You've got nothing to worry about. I've got a message from Morikawa. He wanted to see you, but I didn't ask him anything else. So don't ask me a lot of questions either. I'm just a messenger. Oh yeah, I forgot about introductions. I'm Takeshi Kinjo. I run a backup shop. Even though Morikawa helped me out, you could say that I have been contracted for a variety of jobs. The backup shop runs illegal investigations, like a private police organization. We mostly work with private businesses. If all goes well, then we just disappear. But if there's a mistake in the plan, it's the end of the line. Literally. Heads are cut, bodies dumped away in a liquid nitrogen tank. Well, all that unfortunate business aside, I've been given a very important job from Morikawa. I'm to entrust all of these riddles to you, Link. This might take a minute. Need a bathroom break before we get started? In this city, there are 3 connected syndicates. Yes, one of them is a syndicate involved in the redevelopment business in the 24 wards. I feel like I should be writing this down. Oh god. 3 syndicates. What are the 3 syndicates? I mean, I would guess they would be FSO TRO CCO, redevelopment business. This beat goes goofy. I would guess this means TRO, FSO, and CCO. One of them is to do with redevelopment. This may sound suspicious, but you know the truth. In the redevelopment business, large amounts of money change hands, and this is a competition to try and take that money. The group that can get this money is guaranteed capital. In other words, they'll have the country in their hands. The 40-year plan for the 24 wards included the relocation of the capital. Government agencies are based in the 24 wards. That makes this the heart of the government. And if you control the heart, that's right. You may use this country in any way you wish. Through the distribution of electricity, by controlling the flow of information. Through the arrangement of public transportation, there are games about building cities, right? Separate the land, invest in high-quality properties, absolute control over administrations. It's all huge game. There was a fight that took place 20 years ago, below the surface of it all. At that time, people from the syndicates were taken out in a series of murders. The Silver Case. The eldest members of the syndicates were killed. So, Silver. A simple name, don't you think? That's when these idiots gave the serial murderer a name. Kamui. And the groups that gave him that name were the Tech Faction and the Civic Faction. TRO-CCO, which is a grouping I have seen before. They appear to be mostly allied. Named Kamui. The TRO-CCO Alliance. Those factions currently make up a major portion of the police force. Between Central and Public Security, Central represents the Tech Factions, TRO, while Public Security represents the Civic Factors, CCO. This area was originally run by secret societies. It's quite the joke. These two factions created this fictional criminal known as Kamui. The last faction, the Frontier Faction, basically the Conservative Party's FSO. This created a clear distinction in the government's war. Because of Kamui, the Frontier Faction has been forced into disassembly. Kamui doesn't kill people over personal grudges. He kills for the syndicates. It has nothing to do with resentment, it's just a conditioned reflex. This is how the syndicates operate. So they basically just took a random guy and said, okay, you are our murderer. You take the blame. It's a free-for-all. You fight to win, and if you don't fight, you don't win. The Frontier Faction wants to win, so they'll keep fighting. It's not about goals. It's just a natural instinct. A spat between parties, with each faction trying to outwit the other. A catfight, if you will. A real shit show. It's just that this quarrel has reached a larger scale. That's just how it is. People like Kamui don't really exist. His existence is just an idea. The FSO, the one shaking up the previous agreement between the TRO and CCO, that's the answer to all this turmoil. The FSO are the ones who made this idea real. It took 20 years to create Kamui, and they made many. The Kamui who was executed was just a dummy, and there are many more to replace him. Kamui was manufactured. Through the shelter kids, the FSO finds faithful little pawns. They're raised underground where they become emotionless soldiers. They give their lives to the FSO. Right, that was a thing that was picked up. It was like Kamui's childhood as essentially a brainwash baby that was grown up underground and molded to be to the ideals of this party. Kamui is not a person, he is just a person filled, he is just a body filled with an idea, and the idea is quote unquote Kamui, which is basically just political parties arguing, these factions arguing. They have so many more little baby Kamuis underground, so many more serial murderers who just annoy who just kill people from factions. That's it. It's a war, and they're making soldiers to fight each other in the war, but all the soldiers are little Kamuis. That's what Kamui Wahara is. Kamui lives outside of simple existence. If you open that storage device, Kamui will be resurrected. Someone from the Kamui stock will be chosen, and he'll be called back into existence once again. Except next time, the name may not be Kamui Ohara. Sorry, my time is up. It seems I've been called as well. Leek, I leave the rest to you. So can it never die? Can something like Kamui never die? Even if Kamui is dead, the idea of Kamui and the shelter kids who will inevitably become akin to Kamui lovers discourse. No way. It's like he can't be killed. What the fuck? You're not dead? I thought for sure. I wouldn't be done in by such a small fry. That's too bad, eh? Come to settle the score, then. No, I'm fine. Actually, I quite like you. I don't want to kill you. Well, look at you. Seems you've grown up, Munakata. Let's set the jokes aside. Sure, just for a sec. Hey, maybe you can help me out, huh? Could you just give me a summary of what exactly the fuck Kamui is? Oh, Tetsu. Just where did you come from? Huh? What the fuck does that mean? Your faction. I'm no fucking politician. Don't try to hide it. I guess the old man bit the dust. You killed him, didn't you? Well, yeah. He was saying something about the FSO. The FSO are the conservatives. They used Kamui for their fake world restoration. They're really just trying to recover their political power. The TRO and CCO feign a balancing of power, but when this balance is disturbed, their mutual destruction is inevitable. The FSO is just searching for the chance to wreck the TRO and CCO's relationship. Then the FSO will control the next capital to be, the 24 wards. Government? I don't get it, they've all lost their fucking minds. There are two large syndicates and one tiny one. While the two larger groups go at it, the smaller group is making a grab for the country. And their soldier is Kamui. This is the real situation. Thanks for keeping it simple. Nice and simple. Anyway, I got it. So, Munakata, what do we do now? Who knows? Maybe we should just do whatever we please. Oh yeah? You really think so? Really? So I should just take care of these evil little shits then, right? That'll be easy. I know exactly who to go after. Thanks. So the only way to end this is to end the factions. The only way to end Kamui is to stop the Kamui factory they've got going underground. Disciplinary action. No way, that's like a TF2 weapon. Ah, they've tempo halved it. The campaign at the International Environment Building was a success. Great work, everyone. Unfortunately, we did lose a few of our own. Kusabi and Morikawa. These two abandoned the mission. If you should discover their whereabouts, you have the authorization to dispose of them on site. Hachisuka has already started taking care of preparations for their disposal. Mikoshiba, Natsume, I want you two to prioritize their elimination. This is your debut in the elimination business. Now get this done. With Kamui Ohara's elimination, the crime ring Trump was forced to reboot. Now Trump is comprised of 4 people. Here are the materials. Fox Diamond, Buffalo Heart, Wolf Spade, and Jackal Club. They are experts, so be careful. As it is extremely likely that Trump will try to contact League, I want you to keep your eyes on him, Natsume. Mikoshiba, you use my route to search for their hideout. But how can we turn on our friends so easily? It can't be helped. Shut up! Don't say that! It's not like I want to do it either. It's just our job. Ah, this game is gonna give me flashbacks anytime someone says it can't be helped. I'm gonna be like, no way, bro, that's such a Silver Case reference. It's poisoned me. Holy shit, bro, I'm killing the past right now. Is this an order? An order? You could say so. Would that make it easier? Just do as you're told. Is that really how you feel? Is that a bad thing? Look, it doesn't matter. This is bullshit. What's with him? No matter how many orders you're given, it comes to such a clean decision to just kill a former colleague. There aren't many people who could do that. What do you mean? You're kinda slow. Nakatagawa's upset now. He's upset about having to take out his friends. More than anyone. Tokyo needs to keep me informed, man. I need to stop fiddling with the audio. I'm going to fiddle with it one more time. That's it. I'm not going to touch it anymore. From Takeshi Kinjo to Superstar! I deeply regret the lack of hospitality the last time we met. I wanted to offer some tea, but I was well aware that it was not the time nor place. And now, on to business. There's a smoke shop called Mulholland, run by a cool old lady. If you go quickly, she should definitely be there. The vending machine is pretty cool too. It has placebo written on it. I'm pretty sure it should be right next to it. If you're bored, you should stop by for a visit. The future is sure to bloom. P.S. Give my regards to the old lady. Old lady from Placebo is an important story character? Old lady from Mulholland is an important story character? Placebo lady? Sig woman? It's time to go. Oh, 3D model for Mulholland. Yeah, there it is. Just on the corner there, beyond the door. Yeah. Thunder Lemon. Ooh, we're going down there. Boo boo boo. Underground route. What the hell? Did Tokyo know about this? Huh. Here we are. Are you really gonna make me walk this slow along this entire corridor? Okay. I mean, something important is clearly down here. I just wonder what it could be. What further revelations could even be made? Everything's like fallen apart. What more is there now? What is the end to a story like this? Can't interact with any of that. Oh. got escalators. Yeah. Okay. What is that thing even meant to be? I can't get a good look at it. Oh, we're still going along, aren't we? Of course you're down here. Like, what the hell are you doing down here, mate? Leek, you shouldn't go any further than this. It's a trap and the risk is too great. I'll go back. This can't go on any further. From here on out, it's a different world. Our kind of common sense will be no use there. It's a strange place. Their mental state is unstable, probably from Kamui's influence. The guy with the glasses, what the hell was his name? Oh, Morikawa. I just got a notebook from him. Seems like it's an important notebook. If I get a chance, I'll show it to you. In the meantime, well, it seems I know too damn much. It's a long road ahead. Leek, don't die out there. Morikawa? Oh no, my history is flashing before my eyes. It was me. In the first case. And Kotobuki, he's like dead now. And the children, they were creepy. And then Ayame tried to kill the Kodai. And then there was the parade. That's actually the parade. And this guy... This guy? What are they doing down here? Why down here? Why down underneath Mulholland is this weird, like, bunch of escalators and perfectly straight hallways, and Morikawa is at the end of it? Influenced by Kamui. They've gone mad. Why have my friends gone mad? I guess I just gotta keep on moving.
Get down on it, keep on moving.
At least I'm jamming to tunes while I go down this painfully long escalator. Alright. God damn you. Oh, Chizuru. Oh, that kid who I forgot the name of. And him, old man. And her, neutral, I don't remember their actual names. Naka. And Morikawa, I remember that sprite of you. And he was in the car! Kisabi in the car! Oh, all my friends, what have happened to them? Platform. It is an underground station. Thanatos. You can't call it Thanatos. Okay. is pretty deep. During the redevelopment 20 years ago, there was something made in top secret. Leek, you made it here in one piece. This'll be our last meeting. From now on, the war is on. And I really wanted to give my last will and testament out. Tetsu and Chizuru are both gone. Leek, you're about the only one left. Will you hear me out? On this train journey, sure thing. Listen, Leek. You have to find Kamui. Don't get distracted by the chaos. Search out the truth with your mind's eye. And if you come to know the silver case, read my notebook. I know you can do it. Coach. Find Kamui. But he's like dead and stuff! Nezu 4. Hmm. Welcome aboard. That's what I thought happened. Tetsu and Chizuru are gone? What do you mean gone? Oh. No. If I come to know the silver case, read the notebook. Come to know the silver case? Transmitter, area E2. Undeveloped area. Hachisuka Park. Named after Mayor Hachisuka? What? Chizuru Hachisuka. Her father. What'll I find here? Train dog. Transmitter. Oh, you take me places I couldn't imagine. Mm-hmm. It's like when the plane takes off. Or gets on the ground. I don't know, I haven't. I've only been in a plane once. Twice. When I went to Ibiza and when I went back from Ibiza. Those are the only 2 times I've been in a plane. I don't think they clapped then. I think it's purely an American thing. Oh. I didn't notice that diagonal track. To the transmitter. Or whatever that viewing tower thing is over there. Okay. Mass prod center. Mass production center? Bye-bye. Whose point of view am I looking at this from? The way to truth. Last station. Mass production center. Or mass prod, whatever prod stands for. What's my stop? What could you even tell me? What could you even say to me? Don't make such a strange face. Why am I here? I bet you're surprised, right? I'm here to get rid of the humans that are in the way. Leek? Are you going to get in the way? If so, I guess I'll have to get rid of you, but killing humans who don't die isn't much fun. You know what I mean, right? You don't understand? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, have you seen Kusabi? I have to kill that guy. I thought I saw him get on the train earlier, so I was going to ambush him here, but then I would have shot you, Leek. That was very dangerous. Are you here to turn people into murderers? What am I saying? We're already murderers, aren't we? But I really did love Morikawa. Go ahead. Shoot. I came after you because like why are you doing it? I came after you because I was worried. Let's go, Leek. Chizuru gone. Morikawa gone. Batting glove? Batting center? Beasts. What's this now? To be called on by such an unusual person? The situation must have taken a turn for the better. I'd be happier if it was some reward or something, but anyway, how goes it? Mad nobleman Morichika Nakatagawa, the Frontier faction? You know your stuff. That'll shorten your lifespan, you know. He's working with the Frontier faction. Once you know too much. Well, knowing a lot is how I pay the rent. Besides, people are the ones who feed off of affairs, scandals, and rumors, no matter their age or sex. I'm not wrong, am I? You're not even close to being useful. Depending on what happens today, I may dispose of you. Understand? No sense of excitement, huh? If you tell me that you're fucking really scared. If you tell me that from the get-go, then it's just no fun, is it? I've never been one for melodrama. Let's just hurry this up. Talk or die. Pick one. You're TRO, right? Was I? Maybe? Wait a sec. Just kidding, just kidding. Where did Kusabi and the rest go? I know you know. I think they went to your guys' hideout. That familiar place where 20 years were spent in silence. But why did Kusabi know about it? Morikawa, was it? The guy who went off ahead. Morikawa. Thanks. Well, now I guess I can go, huh? That won't work. I thought so. In most cases, I'd be killed. Yes. Can you pull the trigger? Don't worry. You're my 21st. You keep count? I'm very methodical. Is that something you say about yourself? Show off your strong points. That's the key to success. Just like everyone says, quite the eccentric. I don't want to hear that from you. Creep who feeds on the lives of young women. Are you talking to yourself or to me? Ayame Maspero stole those girls' futures. Future away from her. An enemy of women is also my enemy. So you're a feminist. I'm the secretary for the International Feminist Confederation. Well done, mate. Joel Prospect. Seriously? Either way, I cannot forgive you for that. I picked the wrong target, huh? In this case, there is no TRO, CCO, or FSO. There was no border between adversaries and allies 20 years ago. You could call it an illusion. Things like factions have no specific shapes. You just buy a person's will with money. The revolutionary patriots that come before us are just old men now. These old men just feed on empty theories. We're losing pieces to this game. And that is why we should take away their wealth. What are you saying? That there was a traitor? That's why Ayame knew. You still don't get it. There are no traitors. Then Ayame Maspero. Codename Elbow. I saw the draft. And I signed it. It can't be. I told you before. You're quite slow on the uptake, aren't you? There is no TRO, no CCO, and no FSO. From the very beginning, there were no factions. It's all part of one big group. If you hadn't planned Project Elbow, then there would have been nothing to carry out. And that is what pisses me off. You were behind it all. Me? I'm just another pawn. Someone else is at the top. Then who is it? I'm tired of talking. Do you have any last words? I was Kamui's... It's too late. Is all of this idiot's story true? Chief. Most of it, probably. These people only know your face and the leader's face. They're just fighting without knowing who's pulling all the strings. But in the file, the tech faction and civic faction, don't fall for what you see in a file. Formal records and official announcements, they're all one big trick. Forgeries and fake evidence are par for the course. So now what? These guys are just... they're worker bees. The type of people that can't continue living without someone to fight against. Chief, what do we do next? You're going after the silver case, right? No one cares for your opinion on this, so don't do anything stupid. Let me handle it. Next is Kusabi, right? Right? He's connected to the silver case, isn't he? Who else is there? Shut up, kid. Tetsu, I'm leaving it up to you. It's impossible. Let's move in. I have no words. 20 years ago, human testing projects took place in the shelter environment here. The government created the new International Environment Agency as a scapegoat. One part of that generation raised the flag to the cultivation of the new human. The International Environment Agency. To most, they seemed to be working for the protection of nature and the environment, but they were also working to improve the human condition. That is to say, they wanted to improve the lives of those living in the wards. But below the surface, they were removing ward residents who were deemed unsuitable. After checking for ward residents with a high propensity for criminal behavior, they would turn these people into data, search them out, and slowly take over. This unbelievable plan was executed over the course of 20 years. Those living within the 24 wards right now are its most suitable residents. And the instrument necessary to the prevention of crime in the 24 wards is the Heinous Crimes Unit. You were a member. The Special Forces unit my father supervised was another part. The goal of this agency was to dispose of negative elements, and an experiment that was used to assert absolute control over the 24 wards. And they were not only involved in elimination, they also had a hand in raising and educating kids. That was the Shelter Kids policy. The location we're heading to now is ground zero for this entire operation. This is where most of the children live until they're released out into society. In the last 4 years of this plan, 1,440 children have been released out into various ways of life. They lead normal lives while being controlled. They live at the central organization while being controlled. They're used as samples, then go from being controlled to being set free, where they control their lives on their own. For some of them, their names are erased, and they're assigned to the Special Forces. They're placed under the control of the Central PD. All memories of their past are erased. It's different than the goal for Kamui. These samples are for the research and development of criminal power. It's a tragedy. To control life like that, making Kamui believe he has something to live for when actually there's nothing. That's you, Leek. You're a human that's been manufactured. Kamui doesn't exist within the realities of the residents. He is a manufactured human, like yourself. To be more precise, you are Kamui too. The stock for Kamui are the Shelter Kids. Even if Kamui is destroyed, Kamui's life isn't over. There are plenty left to inherit his legacy. Even if all the stock is destroyed, Kamui won't disappear. If the next generation of stock is born, then Kamui will be reborn. And not only Kamui. There is another policy in effect. Kamui is the male stock unit. There is a female unit that exists as well. Ayame Maspero. That's right. The Ayame serial murderer that confined Kamui is Ayame. That girl is a sample Ayame. There is stock of 1,440 girls. The 3 women she killed were also Ayame. The Chizuru who I killed was also Ayame. She was a sacrifice of her father, Mayor Hachisuka, and was the first subject of this experiment. And I, too, am also. That is this place. There is no faction. Shelter Plaza. There is no factions. Bowling. I guess it is a bowling alley. This is our hometown. We don't have memories of this place, but we spent about 4 years living here. 4 years after you guys were sent out as the Kamui generation, the Ayame generation was sent in here. My father told me I will likely be killed by someone raised here. It seems my father wanted to be killed by Ayame, and so that's how things became what they are. The top of this shelter is a TV tower. It overlooks all of the 24 wards. It's a tough tower. The ones with all the power created in it as a symbol of control. If you open that path, then this shelter is the key. It's like a video game, you know? In some ways, it does resemble a game. By bearing the responsibility for such an unnatural upbringing, that itself becomes a game. From here on, please continue alone, Kamui. So we're all just clones, archetypes, bred up by what call themselves 3 factions, but are in fact one total unit of control, multiplied 1,440 of them. Archetypes, the same guy. Molded to the same guy. We're all the same guy. All released into the world. Little controller box. Where am I looking? Down. Huh. You got a Kurayami dance. What? Control panel. Spade, diamond, heart, club. 7 plus 3 minus 9 plus 4 is 5. So it's plus minus plus. Starting with spade. Triangle Tower 5. Huh. Report number 01729. Ocular response confirmed. Report. Inspection report meeting scheduled. In accordance with the previous inspection, the Spade team's results were found to be more suitable than other teams. .0038. Ocular response disappeared. 323435. Ocular response strengthens. Relation is unknown. One clone disintegrates, the other increases. Reported as a possibility in the previous report. 87 has been found to have had a mistake in their checkup by the administrator. Subject is to be tested again and data is to be regathered and fixed, and this is to be requested today. Administrator responsible has been processed. There's nothing more up here. 7 plus 3 minus 9 plus 4 equals 5. What is the difference between all of these places? Notice, your sticker books will be collected. Please get a new sticker book from the teacher. This door is open. The current version of the educational guidelines are thought to be lacking, promptly revised based off new research. Spade. The project is to be completely finished. All manuals and other related documents are to be destroyed within 7 days of now. Today's job. The box contains many cards. Collect all cards of the colour specified by the teacher. Once finished, you get a sticker. So this was how they vaguely educated the kids, the clones who lived here. They're not like physical clones though, they're mental clones. They were all raised in exactly the same way, raised to become the same person. Either a Kamui or an Ayame. Does that mean the members of Trump are all Kamuis then? This is now fully illuminated. Diamond is number 3. So I guess we just need to go and visit all of them. Find the blocks that fit in the holes. Keep going until the teacher tells you to stop. Those for whom eyeball removal surgery is possible, 9 out of 9 people, all are thought to be able to undergo the surgery. Right. We've said hello. Nine, 4. No possible ocular subjects. The following have been found to reach their limit. Item 88, was it? With the start of this project, former project members are to report to the administration office meeting room by 5:30 tomorrow. I mean, walking around in these shelters does feel like walking around in the shelters from the first chapter. It's all cyclical in a way. We've looped back around to wandering through shelters that all look exactly the same. Be sure not to lose your stuff while cleaning up. It feels like a shell of education. Oh wait, I can leave now. Everyone's dead. Have I mentioned this yet? Literally everyone I know is dead. Kisabi? Don't know where he is. Chizuru? Dead. Morikawa? Dead. Nakatagawa? Dead. I think Tokyo is fine. I don't think he died. Nobody tested had ocular responses. Ocular treatments. What is the quality of being ocular? I'm going to save just in case it bugs. Full examinations will be performed. All those with grades of AA or higher will be applicable. All electricity will go out. Until it returns, do not speak or make a sound. Implementation time has been changed from 8 hours to 14 hours. I guess that is nighttime. Nighttime simulation. Classes will be changed. If your name was not called, you have work to do. That is the face of the guy I remember to be the heart, I think. Because his face is recognizable. We've seen all of them. What, do we bowl down the towers with a big old bowling ball now and it goes strike and plays one of those silly animations? Now what? 5. 5. Let's walk back around in here. Yeah. Of course you would be here. This world was engraved in Kamwi's mind. This is the 20-year curse that haunted him. But that's normal, as far as this unbelievable story is concerned. Besides, you're no idiot. But real people, forced to live in a place like this, it's unnerving, knowing that someone could get used to it. But living in a strange place like the 24 wards, to be surrounded by these weird environments, places like this aren't so far-fetched. I mean, really, to call this underworld a huge crime has nothing to do with this actual place. The problem is the business of the organizations. But, seeing as things have turned out like this, if you were to ask me what's the point of the work I do, I wouldn't feel bitter. More like at peace, I guess. Like how you feel when a cool breeze flows by. It's a pleasant feeling. At least for old guys like me. I don't have a fire to fuel my anger. Just putting on this carefree front is the natural way of it. And, well, if you were to ask me what we do now, we find our enemy, we take them out. Look at the dead bodies of these murderers. These guys were residents, and now they've died in the place that they once called home. This is the end of the road for the stock. I guess you could call it a safety measure. These dummies are necessary when going from one Kamui to the next. And what do you think would happen if you were to kill them? There would be no buffer when going to the next Kamui. There would be nothing. There would just be fewer Kamuis. Every time a new Kamui appears, there should always be something akin to a ceremonial custom. Enormous amounts of information must be sent out, to the extent of whatever the communication method can handle, and that's not a simple process. We're talking about getting an injection of a very complex source. And that's why the next Kamui would come here. Now those Trump guys are the guard dogs. They're the ones who protect Kamui. And that's why I killed them. So that they wouldn't get in the way. I have to meet the next Kamui. I want him to show himself before me. I want to be face to face with Kamui. Glad you could make it, Kamui. The enemy has been chasing for so long. Endless. Am I the only Kamui left? This place was created for fun by the Elder members as a symbol of political power. They took in large amounts of tainted money. It was like a luxurious elderly home. And then, 20 years ago, the silver case occurred in the very same location. And it was carried out by a hitman called Kamui. This Kamui was the original form of Kamui. The perpetrator, Kamui Uehara. He was called the Format Kamui. He was the trump card of the FSO Frontier Conservative Party. That clears up the age discrepancy. When they were talking about how Kamui was 20 in 1979, he was 20. That's the original Kamui, that's this guy Kamui, this guy with the silly glasses, the OG Kamui. Kamui, the Kamui of now, or the Kamui of a couple days ago when he was shot on top of the building, is like, one of his clones, one of his mental clones. The idea of Kamui Uehara passed on. He went to the Radicals TRO and CCO Tech Civic Reform Alliance, where all their most important leaders gathered. He snuck into the TV tower all alone and killed every one of the elders. A high-powered pistol in each hand. He just stood there, in a river of blood. And so, I shot and killed him. Uehara didn't put up any kind of resistance. He just smiled. That is the silver case. The only ones that know the truth are me, the old man, and Munakata. Just us three. The man known as Kamui Uehara was real, but his birth record wasn't even on the government's host. Maybe Uehara was never a human after all. It's what I've been thinking recently, but I don't understand. Silver was never made public. After that case, the TV tower was closed. It became a tower run completely by computer, no people. Simply put, it was changed into a relay tower. All the young folks were excited, like it was some kind of date spot. Oh. However, there was one door I couldn't open. I shot it, but it never budged an inch. He didn't seem to mind at all. What the fuck was that? I'm sure I'll understand soon. TV tower, top floor. Rooftop graveyard. A graveyard filled with the elderly. Kamui, there's no going back. Two even. Nothing happens. Oh, I think I know what they want me to do. They want me to look at each of the telescopes. So for example, there's 8. There's 9. One. 891 and 7. Still using the interact noise. Du-du-du-du. Weird symbol on each. If the symbols on the things in the telescope are different from the numbers, then I bet there's a secondary code you could do. But this is what's meant to happen. Staircase. Don't get tense, can we? Just relax. Asius. The brain. Who the hell is this guy? Great face. Black box. We finally made it here after 20 years. Kamui. Now just keep calling you Big Dick. No matter whether you do or don't become Kamui, it's up to you. So what do? If you kill him, you can release yourself from this curse. Will you live by killing your past? Or will you die clinging to your past? Can you keep moving forward? Can you live after facing your true self? Decide. Here and now, Big Dick. You were born with a set of balls, so keep living like it means something. Pull the trigger on the devil's gun. Destroy the darkness. Seize the light. I only got one choice. I killed the past. Finished. Anything and everything. I just want to go the fuck home. Just a little longer, Kemi. Christmas. Grand Slam. That was a close one. What happened to Leek? Leek? Was there someone by that name? I forget. Looks like the mystery was solved. Guess Kamui never existed. I hope he's alive. Inside Leek? It's not as romantic as you're making it out to be. It's just fate. Guess it's like the rumors said. So, Leek is the format Kamui. I don't know about that shit, but maybe this Kamui Uehara is some total sum of everyone else's existence. Since so many others were sacrificed for him, there were probably many more who were never rewarded. Maybe he inherited Kamui so that the memories of his youth wouldn't be forgotten. What do you think? Tetsu, there is such a thing as knowing too much. You're a nice guy, alright? I know. Yeah, I understand. There, satisfied? Isn't that right, Leek? I've been thinking. What if you'd been in a terrible environment? Or if there had been some problem with your upbringing? Then it really wouldn't be your fault completely. I mean, I'm in no position to talk, but there are a lot of crimes, guilt, and flaws. And these are things you can't just erase away. Definitely not one's shadows. Erasing one's memory is cheating, of course. They say people are equal, right? That means we all have the same terms. And there are shadows you can't just erase away. There are footprints to the shadows written in ink. For me, and for you. It doesn't matter if your name is Kasabi, Leek, or Kamui. There's a spirit that resides in us all. And within that spirit is the light of possibility. There is no distinction there. If it takes some time, the light is there. There are even lights with shortcuts. But the light will never change. The light and shadow exist in harmony. And that's why it's up to you. Facing the shadows. Facing the light. Don't get it twisted. I'm not talking about good and evil. I'm talking about a light that can be grasped by anyone. A light that brings along the shadows. Kill the shadow and give birth to the light. Find the light within your spirit. Seize that fucking light, Leek. Tamada is coming soon. World in motion. What could even be next? What could you give to me next? I need to see Tokyo's, because the game is not over. The game is only 70% completed. Placebo, Hikari. I need info. December 27th. So this takes place after the end of the whole game and stuff. Look at all the colours. And new music. Look at all these. I went to your place today and got your turtle. He was freaking out. I tried giving him food, but he wouldn't eat. I hate reptiles and amphibians, so I couldn't touch him. I just stared at him for a while. When I finally stuck my hand in the water, he put his head on it. It's weird. I don't know if you'll read this, so I'm writing like a diary. I cleaned the turtle and cleaned the tank and fed the turtle again, and this time he ate it all. Looks like he was hungry. I feel like I know why you like him so much now. I decided to take him back home with me. Bad news though, I forgot to ask you his name. Or maybe I just forgot it. Looks like turtles are delicate. He keeps hiding under his island thing and won't come out. The tank was too big for me to carry home, so I just brought the island thing and bought the rest of the stuff new. He seems nervous. I'm trying to be quiet and to avoid bothering him, and sometimes he peeks his head out and looks around. He's probably looking for you. That or he's trying to get me to tell him where you are. I don't have anything to say to him. I don't even know where you are or if you're even alive or not. I got the turtle a week ago. I got a bunch of stuff to clean his tank with. It looks really nice now. The turtle flipped all the new stuff upside down and pushed it under the island thing. Looks like he didn't care for my presence. He keeps kicking sand all over the new stuff, so I took out all the things I bought and just gave him his old dirty island thing. That finally calmed him down. He got excited for a bit, then finally went to sleep. Sometimes I look at him and try not to be seen, and he shakes his head and kicks his legs in his sleep. Maybe he's dreaming about something. I had a dream that you were asking me for help, even though that wouldn't happen. You always bottle things up on your own. You probably think that it's easier that way. There's something I can finally say now. When I last went to your place, I was going to tell you that if you were going to run, then I would go with you. But when I looked into your eyes, I knew you didn't want that. I thought of the moths gathering near a lantern light, basking in the cold light, they're fluttering around. I thought of myself as one of those moths. It's been a month since I picked up your turtle. I haven't heard from you. Sometimes I imagine that you've been cursed and turned into a turtle. The turtle sleeps, wakes up and eats. He just keeps on living because he's nothing else to do. Sometimes he cries. I have never heard a turtle cry before. It sounds something like "keh, keh," like a sort of sad sound. This is what it sounds like when the turtles cry. I guess time will just go by like this. Will I never see you again? I don't want that. There are still lots of things I want to say to you. Right now I just want you to come back. If you were to come back, I want to touch you, to be sure that you really are right there in front of me. I want to feel your face with these hands. Then I could finally feel at least a little bit more at ease and maybe even able to sleep again. I've decided to go after Kamui. He came back to this world and he's finally shown his true colors, and he's been committing all sorts of terrible crimes. My nerves have been a total mess recently. I've probably been taking it out on the turtle. I need to start rethinking things. You told me to back off from Kamui because he was dangerous. Is that because I'm a woman? If so, then as your partner, I'm pretty pissed off. Kamui's partner Ayame killed people for Kamui, not out of jealousy. I think it was from a more subtle, calm sort of emotion. I think that sort of murderer could exist. You just don't understand women. So you don't get that I could be your partner. I think that we could make amazing partners right now. I won't mail you anymore. Let me know when I can contact you again. I'll be waiting. I love you, Tokyo Morishima. I will probably always love you, Tokyo Morishima, the journalist. I will probably always love you, Tokyo Morishima, journalist. A fallen blossom doesn't return to the branch. A broken mirror cannot be made to shine. I came back to this world. I thought I was done. But after coming home, I remembered my old life. Everyday life pours out of everything and takes over. Everyday life is filled with bullshit, but it's also full of a sort of warm kindness as well. But one thing that's different is the constant whisper inside me. There became an infinite number of shadows, and were there next to me. Red. Red. Sorry. I don't know how much more of a story like this you can even tell. But the story keeps on going, nevertheless. Will the Guardian Mardu... Wait. Are you calling me? It's that woman. Babylon? Shit went down there once. dead are still here. Leave me alone. Stop. Feel me. I'm just trying to shop. I guess life does still go on. For Tokyo, at least. There are still people who are alive. Leek, Kasabi, Tokyo, and all of his lot. It's been a while. Yeah, it has. Did you go on a trip somewhere? Kinda, yeah. You don't look well. Really? You look rather sick, actually. Yeah. Mr. Morishima. Huh? Would you like something to eat? Yeah. I'll make an omelette. Lots of butter. It'll melt in your mouth right away. It should be easy to eat. Save the alcohol for later. How about it? Yes, please. Omelette music? You have no choice. Listen. Just as the river eventually flows into the sea, it's perfectly clear that there's no changing course now. Fuck this. You're going to kill Lee? The fuck I am. I'm just a writer. I'm no fucking hitman. He was one of the ones you already employ. Like when you killed the bat. That won't work. You having to kill Leek is just you reaping what you've sown. Hey now. Why the fuck? You made contact with Kamui and survived. That means that the die has already been cast. The fuck are you talking about? Why don't you understand? Why don't you even try to understand? When the bat was killed, some weird shit happened. He spoke to me. After dying. Actually, even now he keeps talking. The whole time it's driving me fucking nuts. What the fuck is this? These motherfuckers. They're like ghosts or something, right? Do something about them. Just like Babylon. At the same time, the memories sealed up inside me came back. Leek and I were both made from the same material. Right? Yes. Then when Kamui came back, something came alive inside of me. Is that what you're talking about? They're like a trigger for each other. I think I get it. I think I'm starting to understand. So each of the Kamui archetypes that were basically grown like plants in those weird bowling pin shaped towers, they sort of act as a trigger for each other. And when Morishima, cut from the same cloth as Leek and therefore as Kamui, sort of came into close interaction with him, that crime virus Kasabi was on about did begin to spread. Yes. Who am I? You're going. Oh, he was adopted as well. I didn't even pick that up. You're going to kill Leek. I can't. Why is the sky this color? It's almost the year 2000. Up at 6 a.m. Rare for this guy.
A dream. Alone.
Help! Help! Help me! I was killed by that woman, Ayame. She shot me with a harpoon gun, came up to me, and cut a cross into my stomach to kill my baby too. She had a look of pompous victory in her eyes as she cut me that crazy. Just thinking of Ayame makes my blood boil. I died almost instantly. I couldn't do anything. Fuck! I called for help. To Kamui. Ah, Kamui, he was here. It was like all the nerves in my body became really sensitive, like I was being burned by something, and I became hot inside. I could hear my pulse, and suddenly, like a stream, something poured out from inside me. I felt like I was going insane. And then suddenly, it felt like someone had poured cold water on me. I felt it in every pore. It went right through me. That's how I met Kamui. Apart from him, I didn't need anything else, really. But my life was taken from me by Ayame. I can't fully die, and I just feel so pathetic and fucked up. I tried walking away, dragging my perforated body. That's when it happened. Kamui appeared. Beside me, really. He came down from above, inside me. I had just been broken into pieces and everything was confusing. I have no idea what was happening, but I felt Kamui. His voice resonated. It was deep and calm, a magical voice. I was no longer afraid. I wasn't fear at all. I was happy. Death turned to ecstasy in an instant. And then the tobacco man came into the picture. Kamui was the transmitter, and I was the medium, and that man was the receiver. Basically, it was like email. How funny. I can't stop laughing. But I still can't forgive Ayame, no matter how badly she may slice me up, even if Kamui smiles upon me, even if my body were to turn to dust and be blown away in the wind, even in death, Ayame cannot be forgiven ever. Take away the results of the person's education, and nothing will remain. Can't. This guy's education was draw something on this piece of paper. Keep on doing it until the teacher tells you to stop. Then go and get your sticker. Mulholland. To think. Here, all along. Crazy. One carton of the usual. Huh? Oh, hey, it's you. I haven't seen you in some time. Yeah. I assumed you were the kind of guy who wouldn't quit smoking even if he died. Had you given it up for a while? It's pretty cold, huh? It's winter, son. Winter is cold. Yeah. Maybe you were sick? It's already the end of the year. He's really dodging the questions. Are you even listening to me? What's the matter, boy? You got wax in your ears? No. Here. You smoked. Oh, had I paid yet? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well then. Christ, I should have taken the money. Hope that guy's okay. Mr. Morishima. Yeah? Do you know what's in that cocktail you're always drinking? Oh, this? No idea. Miss Erika came in a while ago. She was drinking the same thing. Oh, really? Dry gin, dry vermouth, and sweet vermouth. A third of each. You mix the same amount of each together. From this combination, that flavor is born. It's not too sweet, it's not too dry. Yeah, you're right. The name Trinity comes from the Christian idea of the Holy Trinity. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, you know? The drink is also called the Perfect. Perfect, huh? Does anything perfect even exist in this world? It does not. That's why everyone seeks out perfection. But the opposite is also true. The opposite? The opposite. The hell do you mean? The imperfect can be considered perfect by virtue of its imperfection. That's... what kind of rhetoric is that? Oh, no. Actually, it's more like life wisdom. As humans, we live a worthless, filthy existence, right? But because of the fact that we're worthless and filthy, we can also be insanely pure. Guy just read Camus. Sorry, but Mr. Morishima, people are all perverts. Huh? Who's a pervert? For example, me. I can only love those of the same sex as myself. But I also like to be blindfolded and have my hands tied behind my back. I also like having even worse things done to me. But I spend a lot of time searching before I found myself. Lots of conflict, hesitation, and trial and error. And then I finally accepted it. My true self was a real discovery. Purifying your own heart and mind is the key. You need to slowly crystallize it. If you can do that, then all you need to do is let yourself go. Let myself go. Let yourself go. Forget about the Trinity. Do you have regular beer? Yes, we've got ice cold beer. Is he the best gay character in fiction? Allow me to explain. If you want to listen, then lend me your ear. And then engrave it into your heart and make your own past perfect. Listen. You were one of the shelter kids. You were one of the children in the very first experiments. You had passed through a really high-level program. But one day, a sort of defect occurred, and you started slipping. And then eventually your personality began to break down. Due to this, in the end you were treated as a bug, and had all of your memories erased and reverted back to normal life. My memories were erased. Yes. The shelter kid's purpose was to help the planned perfect metropolis become an even more perfect city. You mean those dark, dank shelters? Those shelters, with their faint light. That's where the plan started. The curriculum itself was created from relatively simple ideas. 4-year-old children would first receive education by continuously receiving only simple simulation. They were shown the same things every day, continuously did the same work. They all did everything in the same way at the same time. Me too. You went off the rails close to the final stage. One day your emotions seemed to explode, causing a meltdown. That was your tragedy. Tragedy. Get the fuck out of here. You are a failure, a defective product, an imitation, damaged goods. What a shame. You didn't turn out like Kamui and Ayame. Your fate had been decided and doomed by the time you were a toddler. December 29th. Huh. Come back to me, Red. Erica! No way! Huh. So you were alive. I was surprised. The bartender told me you went by his place. I want to talk to you if possible. If you have the time tomorrow night, can you come to the Skullba chat room? I'll be there from 11 PM. I'll be waiting for you. The Amazing World of Carnivorous Plants. New Year special. Let's all become flies! Thank you for staying with us all year. We've prepared the largest threat event of the millennium, in which you can have the virtual experience of becoming a fly. Experience the microworld in glorious 3D. From the instant you enter the website, you too will be a fly. As a fly, you can see just how carnivorous plants catch and digest insects. Hooray. Fly cam. Freedom is the recognition of necessity. Ingalls. Erica. Maria. Why am I going back to Gladiolus? What happens here, anyway? Like, what happens in Gladiolus anymore?
I can feel you, Ayame.
Okay. Same day. I wish I could have been raised like some sort of pitiful flower. Not a day goes by that I don't think that, even now, always. My name, Ayame, comes from the word ayameru, which means to kill. How terrible is that? You, Kamui, and I are all pawns in a game. We are a fabricated existence. People are stupid. Ayame was created to be an even more mechanical being than Kamui, created to face off against the powers that created Kamui, easier to control than Kamui, a killing machine with even higher killing capabilities than Kamui. That's me, Ayame. Take the time to comprehend anything. You, me, and Kamui. Consider what happened after being thrown back into everyday life. A girl was used for Kamui in order to differentiate her from Kamui's. They simply, for Ayame even, they simply switched genders, but since the grown-up Kamui and Ayame were brought up in the same environment, they were drawn to one another. There was a miscalculation in the man-made, mass production Ayame. By becoming pregnant with Kamui's children, something inside me snapped. All of the emotion that had been pushed back and bottled up exploded. There was nothing I could do. Is there a reason why a female praying mantis eats her mate when she becomes pregnant? To her, at least, there is no reason. I wish I could have been raised like some sort of pitiful flower. Not a day goes by that I don't think that. But simply saying it out loud won't change anything. Also, I have this child. If nothing else, at least I won this child. I won't kill Kamui. Nor will I kill Leek. I can't kill him. There were those who wanted that, though. Do you understand? Can you hear it? Listen to me. Find something for yourself. He fanfics Ayame. He's going back to the vacant lot. He's going on a trip down memory lane. Site to the Hitakatsu switchyard. You wouldn't be missed if you died. No, wait, you're already dead, old man. Just fucking stop.
Feel me.
I need to talk to Erica. This is an open chat room. What's missing? Socks? Nope. The answer was toothbrush. So what you lack is delicacy. Delicacy? I don't need that. This is a personality analysis game. McTurtle. Hi. We were just playing a game. A game, huh? Do you like games? Nope. Why not? Because they have rules. What a badass answer. No future. Well, you're so dumb. He says you lack delicacy. Well, do I? Delicacy is a necessity. For what? To live. Why? Because life and delicate problems go hand in hand. It's a delicate problem. Like, to put it simply, how to find someone to fuck, sort of. Filthy. How interesting. Want to hear more? Yeah, let's talk privately. Guess it was worth trying after all. Let's go to a locked room. What the fuck? Yeah. Erica's here. They're gonna have nasty e-sex. It's mysterious. What is? The turtle is the turtle is tweaking. They used the word tweaking in 1999? When did this become a word? They used the word tweaking in 1999. When was this defined? Quotations. Intransitive US slang to exhibit extreme nervousness, evasiveness when confronted by authorities, compulsiveness, erratic motion, excitability, etc., due to or mimicking the symptoms of methamphetamine abuse. When did this become a I don't know, but tweaking deriving from methamphetamine abuse. It is there. Surprisingly, the premise is there for the word tweaking to be used in a game from 1999. Maybe he knows you've appeared? I doubt it. What's his name? The turtle's name? It's Red. Red? He sounds like he's doing well. Yeah, pretty well recently. The turtle, right? Yeah. Red. And you? Same as always? You sound well, I guess. How's the investigation? It's coming along. You aren't going to ask about me? No. Why not? I decided to trust my partner. Oh, really? Yeah. Once I'm ready, I'll send everything by email. Okay. Do you know about the shelter kids? What? It's the keyword for a certain set of incidents. What kind? A bunch of kids who were raised like bees inside a shelter with no sunlight. 20 years ago, 1,440 kids got gathered together and educated in underground shelters. This education went on from age 4 for 4 years. Starting before the kids knew anything, they were administered a perfect curriculum. Through the eradication of the self and a special kind of brainwashing, they were purged of impurities. It was meant to produce perfect and pure children. This entire plan was integrated into the city planning of the 24 wards. You should look it up. I'll check into it. I'm going to disappear again. I'm going to get away from the 24 wards for a while. So you aren't just going to up and disappear permanently this time, huh? I'm just getting some distance from here for a while. Then I won't worry. Okay. How many years will Red live? Around 30. Come get him sometime in the next 30 years then. I will. Really? I promise. No horseshit? Yeah. No horseshit. Good. I feel better. Yeah? That's what I wanted. Yeah? I wanted a promise. I just realized that. Okay. Tokyo? Yeah? See you later. See you later. Good night. Before dawn, the white moon is peeking out, and the sun isn't yet visible, but the sky is already starting to get faintly bright. I always liked that time of day. I never got tired of staring up at the sky like an idiot. It's the moment that the darkness of the soul tries to lighten up, but that's simply a memory of the past. Isn't that sad? I thought so. That's a pretty sad thing. That's why I decided to sort things out in my own way. It all goes back to the city planning from 20 years ago. There were all sorts of citizen activist groups working in this area. The government was at war with itself over city planning revisions. Hachisuka was a lieutenant in one of these activist groups. That's right, Hachisuka, the current mayor. Mayor Hachisuka. How is he related to all this? Just listen. At the time, Hachisuka's election was as mayor with no backing from any government party was greatly affected by the Mikimo incident. Pollution, grassroots activism, pressure from the upper class, and the city itself all came into question. That's where Hachisuka proposed a certain idea. Revolutionize the 24 wards from the ground up. He had an amazing plan. His plans for the city were absolutely perfect. How is it perfect? The brains behind Hachizuka's plan was a man named Nezu. Nezu himself was a worthless man with no ambition to speak of. But he was a real genius. There wasn't a programmer in the entire world who could hold a candle to him. Programmer? He wasn't a politician or a scholar or something. He was a programmer. It was Nezu who put together the plan to rebuild the 24 wards. That's not all. Even now, everything in the 24 wards is controlled by him. That was the guy in the black box. When Nezu hits the keyboard, the world literally changes. This has been continuing for the past 20 years. No way. He changed the entire infrastructure to make it possible. To Nezu, running the city is probably like playing a game. Like he's continuing to play in an imaginary world. But that affects the real world. In the 24 wards, the optimization of the perfect city continues by Nezu's hand. So he's just one guy? That's called a fucking dictator. No. It's not a dictatorship. It's a system of control and maintenance. If this supercomputer level genius keeps control of the city, it's possible to maintain metropolitan perfection. That is the origin of the very world in which you are living right now. I killed him. I killed that guy. I killed Nezu. Do you know what my biggest problem is? No? But I'm sure you have a very good idea. Yeah. I tried purifying my heart and crystallizing it and then thought about it. In that case, your answer must be correct. You think so? Of course. What would you do? In what sort of situation? Do it or run away. And? Do it and you'll be more comfortable, but it won't feel congenial. Run away and you're in for hell. But when you think about it, that's exactly how you've lived your life up until now. I'd bet on whatever you decided. I'd bet all the money I have on it. This isn't a fucking horse race. You're welcome. Huh? Oh, I thought I heard you say thank you just now. Anyway. So you're saying that that's this city's underground system, huh? Yes, and that includes the shelter kids policy as well. So this Nezu guy was responsible for that too, huh? The shelter kids? It was implemented by the tech faction. The 24 wards were roughly broken up, and the TRO, CCO, and FSO were fighting for power. The shelter kids policy was backed by the TRO, but that doesn't really mean much, because Hachizuka was bigger than those political factions, and Nezu had been controlling the balance between all of the factions. The shelter kids were small fish. They were like fish released into a pond to breed. They were easy to control, and they moved like pawns in Nezu's game. And after the original plan ended in failure, or rather, after prototype experiments had finished, exactly 20 years ago, Kamui Uehara was selected to be the template personality that was to replace all of the old shelter kids with the new. So the big bad Kamui finally fits into this. This original Kamui Uehara is known as the Format Kamui. He was a hitman who lived 20 years ago and was an expert criminal. He was a bloody man, or maybe a man who craved blood. The original Kamui? Hold on. Wasn't the Shelter Kids policy supposed to create obedient citizens? Why use someone like Kamui? Because Kamui Uehara was a soldier who followed orders. Listen, he doesn't kill on his own volition. He simply receives his orders and executes them without question. He's easy to control. You could say that, in a way, he has an extremely pure character. Take the criminality away from Kamui Uehara, and you would have a perfect human. This is why he was chosen. But that didn't happen. No, it didn't. Kamui went out of control. He's an uncontrollable criminal. Kamui's ferality grew fangs. That, or maybe a program surpassing anything man-made, took over. Kamui is too dangerous. Kamui should be transferring to Leek anytime now. Transferring? Motherfucker. All this shit is fucking bananas. There are no words to properly describe what is occurring right now. But it is known that Leek is going to become the next Kamui. Kill him. Who? Why do I? Right now, you are the only one who can do it. What have you seen of Kamui? What do you think Kamui's true nature is? He is a calamity, a god of destruction set to destroy everything. I will once again return you to everyday life. Take back the past and decide for yourself whether or not to kill Leek/Kamui. I'm entrusting this to you. This is your only chance to make something of your cursed life. Those foul, lingering consciousnesses inside of you will fade away once you kill Leek. Wait, you're... Never gonna tell me. 30 days, half September, April, June, and November. December has 31 days. I heard a breaking sound. It was the sound of a skull cracking open. Something hot swelled up inside, and I immediately knew that it was a lead bullet. The face of the man in front of my eyes suddenly blurred up. No way, this is bullshit. To have to accept death on the eve of the day of fate. It's Nezu, the man who created the Shelter Kids. It was him. I knew from the beginning that Nezu would turn out like this. The man called Nezu was not to be made light of. He needs to be taken much more seriously, because selecting Kamui Uehara was just Nezu playing around. He had meant to create a monster from the very beginning. He used Kamui as the big bad guy in his game, like a huge in-game event. He was like Godzilla, appearing from Tokyo Bay. He wanted to see how this city would change in accordance with Kamui's appearance, with a passion similar to hope. He created Kamui. Nezu himself is the ultimate Kamui believer. That's why I decided to back Ayame. Ayame is pure. She is one more pawn to use in the fight against Kamui, and she is actually a killing machine closer to format Kamui than anything else. But apparently, Ayame will not kill Kamui. This came as a surprise, and then that job was entrusted to a man who was simply a bug in the program. The situation is not acceptable. But. I heard a whizzing sound, and the lead bullet flew at me. Gah! It was terrible. It was truly terrible. But there's nothing that can be done, is there? For me, time was stopped forever. Ayame. Oh, Ayame. Now my dream of seeing you with my own two eyes will never come true. It's like a whistle blowing in another dimension. Nothing more than a phantom, echoing vacuously from afar. Ciao! You. From you to Tokyo, forwarded by you. For some reason, the mail I sent out earlier had bounced back. It's a bit late, but I'll resend it. Merry Christmas! 3 cheers for the end of the millennium. Love and peace for everyone. I hope the coming year is a great one for you. Kiss. How lovely. Nice. The torch has been passed to a new generation. John F. Kennedy. He's fanficking again. The client. Drink it all up, my very fate, all of it, and then to where I don't know, but keep moving forward. That's my conclusion. I won't kill Leek. I'll simply let everything be. But I'm going to delete the memories inside this machine that is me. I'm deleting all of my writings. If I disappear, you're sure to come here. and then you'll delete this yourself. I was able to hear the voices. When you find out about the lingering consciousnesses, and when you finally open this mail, the virus's .exe file will go to work. That is my first and last game. After that, I've decided to keep on living. Because even someone worthless has at least part of a soul. That is how people live. That is what I've finally learned after living everyday life in this world. Even without hope, even in great fear, even when continuing to drag along that which no longer has any value. One can go on living, specifically because of our imperfections. Life has meaning. Don't you think so? Don't you? To Inohana. Take it slowly. Get the feel of it. Walk my path. Inside a dream. Pick a flower. Bathed in moonlight. Feel the love. Everything is as it should be. Everything is in front of you. Everything is for you. Keep moving forward. Together with the light. Through and through. What an unfortunate son. Insta TP to Jackhammer. Is this the first time the background has gone dark? To the year 2000. Passed out. Ooh. I fell asleep. I guess I drank too much. Anyways. What's this piece of paper? Well, I'm guessing this is from the bartender, but I'll read it. Once you've locked up, I want you to toss the key inside the shop from the gap under the door. Then it'd probably be best to run. In life, it's okay to stick your tail between your legs and run away once or twice. Huh? My tail isn't exactly long enough to stick between my legs, but whatever. There is no escape. Shut the fuck up. Kill. Once and for all. Listen. Over here. You don't realize it's pointless. Die. Suffer. Come here. You're insane. Fucking lingering consciousness bullshit. Will I ever be able to accept them? Will they finally just disappear one day? Will I end up unable to take it any longer and simply go insane? Fuck off.
Hikari.
Yummy is coming soon. Blue Monday. We still have chapters! Whole chapters! More to look at! Where does the story go from here? Hikari is light. Where can the story even go? Oh my god. I need to... Case exclamation mark. Danwa. I need to go and look at the review of this live cut. Does this sound like Terraria boss music? Like I'd be finding Queen Bee listening to this, you know. Oh, you know what they could cover? What happened to Sumio, right? Because Sumio just disaffiliated himself from the whole thing. Okay, so the lore doc I'm quickly skimming through mentions that if you walk through all of the towers and look at all of the lore, of course there's 10 of them and I didn't really want to, but if you do that, there are this thing called silver eyes, which have something to do with immortality. And I'm quoting from steamcommunity.com/shared/file details/?ID equals 22901800496. The original Kamui had one of these implanted, and they were trying to make a copy of it through ocular silverization. Only people with a specific gene can have a silver eye. They used the Shelter Kids as test subjects. Tests consisted of ocular surgeries. Of all 2,880 kids, none were compatible. That's probably why it's called silver, I guess. 20 years. How long is a silver anniversary? 25 years. Silver jubilees of 25 years. Oh, well, don't play it again now. Just finish the song. I'm reading. So I can understand. So there are 3 more chapters. Danwa on Transmitter and Yami on Placebo. And then there's also, it mentions a case 25 called Whiteout, which is also listed as prologue here, but that might be a prologue to Whiteout itself. Probably also connected to maybe the events of 25th Ward. What could they even do in a sequel? There is a sequel to this. The world is already so fucked up, I don't know how they could fuck it up even more. We'll be back tomorrow, probably. I don't want to leave this. I don't want to leave this. What a world you've thrown me in from 25, 26 years in the past. What a game. What a story. What a story. What a story. What a story. What a story, man. What a story. I can see why people call Suda the GOAT. Because so far I think they're right. I own 25th Ward. I'll probably be playing Flower, Sun and Rain after this. Is it Flower, Sun? Oh, I can never remember what it's called. Flower, Sun and Rain is correct. Flower, Sun and Rain. And I guess, what was it? Moonlight. Suda 51. What was this game? Moonlight Syndrome and Twilight Syndrome. So it's Twilight Syndrome and Moonlight Syndrome were Suda's games before that. How many Twilight Syndrome games are there? Because it is a series. Oh, it sent me to the series. Yeah. There is Twilight Syndrome Dansakihen, or Search Volume, and Kyumeihen, or Investigation Volume. Initially planned to be one game, but split into 2 volumes due to development timelines. And they're Japanese exclusive though, so if I can't find a translation for them, then I will not be playing them. And then Moonlight Syndrome. And then in the year 2000, this is after Suda left the company who made these, Human Entertainment, they started being published by Spike, and that's Twilight Syndrome Saikai. An adaptation with an original scenario was released for mobile phones in 2001. They really got on the mobile gaming trend quick, didn't they? Same thing with 25th Ward. That was originally a mobile game from 2005. What kind of phones were people using in 2005? And then there was also a DS game called Twilight Syndrome Kinjirareta Toshi Densetsu. Never been localized outside of Japan, and since the game features heavy amounts of Japanese text, journalists have concluded this makes the series difficult for Westerners to comprehend. When asked about the possibility of localizing the series, Koichi Suda said that he was concerned foreign audiences would not understand the series. In addition to this, he was also not personally interested in revisiting it, as he did not write the original scenarios. I mean, the connection between Silvercase and Moonlight Syndrome is the characters in the prologue, I believe. That's the connection. Like, the prologue guys who appear in the prologue and don't appear anywhere else in the game are the guys from Moonlight Syndrome, and it's meant to be more of a nod than anything, but to be fair, was her name Sakura Natsume? Like, she is the daughter of Daigo Natsume, and if he is an important character in Moonlight Syndrome and is the father of an important character in the Silvercase, then I guess it's like, yeah, they are connected. But yeah, Suda's games are like Silvercase, Flower, Sun and Rain. What game did he make next? Right, Michigan Report from Hell, and then Killer 7 and 25th Ward. Those were both 2005. Contact. I want to play Contact, man. Contact looks so cool. I want to play Contact. can't play Contact now. I gotta finish this game. It's not gonna be a game that's finished today. No, I've been playing this too long already. I've got stuff I need to do. Desperately, actually. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Okay? Night night.